Hello, my name is Rihanna Coleman. I'll be talking about how does dress code reflect and reinforce gender schemas. I'll be also discussing how dress codes sexualize young women. I also will be talking about how dress code can enforce gender norms that objectify women at a young age. It's also discuss just dress codes to make young women that feel self-conscious about their bodies, and I'll be discussing what is gender schemas. Gender schemas theory is defined as a cognitive psychology explain theory that explain how the children develop gender-related characteristics and behavior. The theory was founded by Sandra Beam, and this theory was elaborated by Carol Martin and Charles Hurston. According to Sandra Lipsburn, the theory process that sex typing derives in part from gender-based schematic processing from a generalized readiness to process information based on the sex-linked association that constitute the gender schema. In particular, the theory proposes that sex typing results from the fact that the self-concept is assimilated into gender schema. What is dress code? Dress code itself rules that outline that students can wear to school. Dress codes are typically set by schools administrators. That first dress code law was set in motion in 1969, right after the Vietnam War. It was to limit their students to express if it caused disruption of any kind. Norms and expectations. Dress codes are often established specific norms for how individuals of different genders should present themselves. For example, women might be expected to wear dress or skirts, while men are typically expected to wear trousers. Their norms reinforce traditional gender roles by dictating appropriate attire based on gender. In many professional settings, dress codes convey authority and professionalism. However, the standards offered differ by gender. With men's attire, suits associated with power, while women attire can sometimes be subjected to scrutiny based on perceived femininity. This can create an environment where women feel pressure to conform to specific standards that align with traditional gender expectations. Dress codes emphasize modesty for women, often dictating what is considered appropriate regarding coverage and fit. This reinforced that women's bodies should be regulated and controlled and reflecting broader societal views about femininity and sexuality. Dresses with femininity or categorizing colors like pink for girls and blue for boys can limit individual expression and reinforce narrow views of gender identity. Dress code also marginalize those who do not conform to traditional gender norms, including non-binary or gender non-conforming individuals, by failing to accommodate a spectrum of gender. Expressing these codes reinforce a binary view of gender. Socializing and identity formation. From a young age, children are socialized into gender roles, though through clothing they are given or expected to wear. Dress codes in schools, for example, can influence how children perceive themselves and place in society. reinforcing their understanding of gender roles. Resistance and change on the flip side, as societal views on gender evolved dress codes can also be sites of resistance movement advocating for gender neutral dress codes, challenging traditional norms and push for more inclusive policies that allow for a broader expression of identity. How can we change dress code? By having neutral clothing that young women and men cannot wear. Overall, dress codes are not merely about clothing, they reflect deeper societal values and attitudes towards gender, shaping and reinforcing how gender is understood and experienced in everyday life. Periodically assess and update dress codes to reflect changing societal norms and values.